Yeah, really proud of our team. This group has been just incredible to coach from start to finish this year. And we don't think we're done yet. We feel like we have it's as good a resume as we've had to get the WNIT bid since I've been here. So feel like there's more basketball still ahead of us. But obviously, the ultimate prize for us was winning this tournament and getting the NCAA tournament. So it hurts. Really proud of these two taking one on the chin, so that their teammates, are pretty broken up. The four seniors, we have 3 fifth-year seniors, which is be hard pressed to find another program in the country who's got 3 fifth-year seniors that have been with them all 5 years. So, and Claire's a 4th-year senior, been here the whole time. So, our seniors have been incredible. It's been an honor to be their coach. Like I said, I hope we have more basketball ahead of us. These two, the play of these two over the last probably 6 to 8 weeks is the reason why we're here, the reason why we got to this point. And our shots just didn't go down today. As good as we've shot the ball coming into these 2 games, the last 2 games coming into this, we got great looks. They just didn't go down for us, and it's just part of it. So really proud of them. Toledo is a heck of a team, right? There's a reason why they're back-to-back regular season champions, and there's no question in my mind this league should get 2 bids to the NCAA tournament. The 3 teams that are left in the tournament, nobody wants to draw in the NCAA tournament. So I think the level of respect that this league deserves is to get 2 teams to the NCAA tournament, and I hope that happens. But this group has been unbelievable all season. Tough loss, but once again, congrats to Toledo for playing a great game.
Questions for our student athletes?
Katie, if you could just talk about, what this season has been for you, and just, the valuable lessons that you learned throughout this season with this group.
Yeah, I think we learned a lot this season, and we played together more than we ever have. We were just a really tight group this year. We played hard. We played for each other. And, it's tough ending like this, but Toledo's a really good team, and I wouldn't want to have done it with any other girls. So I'm proud of us this season.
Any additional questions for our student athletes before they're dismissed? Go ahead and dismiss them at this time. Move on to the questions for Coach Starkey momentarily. Questions for Coach?
Neither team started well. I think you're both 1 of 7 early. Obviously, there was a ton of game left, but it seemed like you guys, more than Toledo, maybe missed opportunities to build a lead. Did you think that was kind of critical, that maybe you should have been up 8 points early?
Yeah, you look back at the what ifs, right? There's a lot of what ifs in this game, and if we can finish plays early and put some pressure on them, then what does that look like? Like I said, we got the shots for the players that we wanted to get the shots from the spots that we wanted them, and it was difficult. It was a physical game early, so I thought that led to some of those things, and we were trying to adjust to the whistle. It was, but it was elusive. So I'll just say that it was an elusive whistle today. It seemed like, but yeah. Obviously, you knock down shots, especially from the players that got those shots. We were shooting the ball so well coming into this, and we needed to shoot it again. You have to shoot the ball well throughout the tournament, and I think the other thing too, the injury to Bridget Dunn earlier in the year with her size 6'4", we've been able to kind of mask that a little bit, but what that meant was you get a situation like this down the stretch when we really need Lindsay Thal in the game to be able to defend their bigs, and we don't have any more size to go to. So I think those are big factors for us.
Coach, if you could you just talk about how much your seniors meant to
I really can't. It's hard to put into words what this group's meant. You look at somebody like Annie Pavlansky, who was our first recruit on campus when we got here 7 years ago. That's how long these players have been a part of what we've been doing. And Lindsay, Hannah, and Claire. I mean, they've conducted themselves better than any coach could hope for, as not only as basketball players. I mean, they really have fought hard to get better every single year and done everything we've asked them to do. But then in the classroom, you look at the majors that they've got already, that they received. The team to win basketball game, to win 20 regular season games with a team that has a 3.71 cumulative GPA in the majors that our players are in. Two of our seniors are pre-meds. This is an exceptional group, and they've meant a lot to me. They're like daughters to me, and they've been a joy to coach. Like I said, I think we've got more basketball left to play, but what an incredible group to have had the honor to coach.
Can you talk about Jenna Batts getting in the mix with the starting five on the floor? What's your overall impression of Jenna?
Yeah, Jenna's got a really high ceiling. I mean, we see a lot of great potential for her. Continuing to get in-game experience for her and growing as a player. This is a valuable time for her moving forward. So we've got a really good group of underclassmen. You always, as a coach, you hope you can keep them together. I mean, that's the goal, right? And everybody's like, well, you worry about the transfer portal. Our goal as a staff every year is to create an environment that's hard to want to leave, and we've been able to do that. And if players, want to do that, but Jenna's I don't have any. No, I'm not bringing that up for any other reason. The fact that Jenna is got a really high ceiling, as do so many of our other underclassmen, and I think they've learned a lot of valuable lessons this year, and will be the centerpieces for our program moving forward.
Go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned that elusive whistle. Could you talk a little bit about the technical in the first quarter?
Nope.
Okay.
You mentioned the possibility of an enlarged bid for the MAC this year. Do you think Toledo's done enough already to deserve it? I mean, 27-4 outright champions. They beat Michigan.
I don't know how. I mean, once again, you get into the weeds of it and that type of thing. The best chance our conference has of getting to is obviously, wish somebody lose, but if Toledo get to the championship, somebody else win, and they have the best resume. The top four teams in this league, especially Toledo. I mean, look at the way certain teams have scheduled. I think Toledo certainly has built a strong case, and obviously in that selection room, a lot more emphasis goes to Power 5 schools and that type of thing. But, I know for a fact if Toledo shows up in anybody's bracket, there are people that should be nervous about that team advancing. And any of our other Bowling Green or Ball State, I'm telling you, nobody wants to draw any of those three teams in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Hopefully they'll give them that consideration if that's the case.
Do you think the formula for the net needs tweaked in the offseason?
100%. Yeah, 100%. The net favors it. I could go on and on about the net and why I think it's broken, but the net does not favor student athlete experience. The net favors you keeping your starters, your best players on the floor, and blowing people out by as much as you can, and not giving the end of your bench opportunities when you're in a situation. To some of the matrix are off. I'm not saying RPI was perfect either, but maybe a combination of both. But to have so many RPIs and nets that are so far off from each other, I think that's a big disparity.
Coach, I think Claire had 4 or 5 last game for 3. It really seemed like they kind of shut her down, as well as just overall, maybe besides Katie. But you just kind of tell me what you saw out there from their defense.
Yeah, obviously the way Claire shot the ball a couple days ago had a lot to do with why we're here, and I thought that Toledo did a good job of kind of speeding her up, and and the shots that she did get, she was feeling a lot more pressure than she was the other day, just because of their defense. I thought Toledo had a great defensive game plan for us, and offensively they attacked us where we were weakest, and were able to get to the free throw line, especially down the stretch. But I thought Lindsay did the best that she possibly could given the circumstances, defensively. Once again, I thought our team played their hearts out. But yeah, I mean, you live with what you get. I mean, I take Claire shooting the ball any day of the week. Just because she missed some shots today doesn't mean I wouldn't go right back to her again tomorrow.
What brought that spark in the second quarter when you guys came back, closing out the half? You guys making a 1 point.
I don't know, maybe a fired up head coach. I mean, I came over the timeout, and they were like pretty fired up too. So there may have been a little strategy to that, but I also thought we started playing with more focus and intensity. Defensively, we were really tight in that second quarter. We held them to 11 points, and then we played through our actions. We got really good shots, and we finished. At the end of the day, the ball's got to go through the basket. So, combination of both of those things, I think, were important for us.
Toledo's bench has played pretty well these 2 games. Jada Jansen in particular.
Man, she was really good.
How I don't know, how much does that raise the degree of difficulty when someone maybe you're not expecting to impact the game has such a outsized?
Well, yeah, she's no surprise to us. I mean, she's had big games against us before. I mean, you bring a player out. I mean, she went 6 for 7. So all the shots that some of our players typically hit, she's hitting everything. Just was playing in rhythm. Very mature player. What a great luxury to have a player like that come off your bench and can give you a spark when maybe some of your other players are not playing to the level you hope. But I thought I thought her and Sammy McConowitz with some of her offensive rebounds down the stretch were the difference makers, in this game. Those two showed up big today, and really I think were the biggest reason why they won.